everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. I am Nuzhat Sana. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. You can attend the quizzes on this app for better practice, and after that you can also read the detailed explanation of the questions you have missed. For regular updates, please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. Also, our latest initiative is UPSC Prelims Test Series for 2021 and 2022 in GK Today Academy app. So if you are appearing in UPSC Prelims, you may consider joining this. So now, without wasting any further time, let's get started. So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 15th of June 2021. Starting with very first question, which global institution released an independent appraisal report on India's ADP, means Aspirational District Program? So it has been released by UNDP, that is United Nations Development Program, and as per this report, the program has resulted in sectoral growth and improvements in governance and the administration sector. So it basically analyzes the progress of ADP and made recommendations for its improvement. And recently, UNDP India representative handed over this report to our Niti Aayog. Apart from it, the report also says that ADP should serve as a best practice for other countries where regional disparities are persisting with respect to development. Now talking about UNDP, few months back it has released the HDR, means Human Development Report for the year 2020, and in this report India ranked 131 in HDI, means Human Development Index. So actually on the basis of three parameters this HDI is decided. First one is life expectancy at birth, then second is maternal mortality rate, which is also called as MMR, and the last one is political participation of women. So these are the three parameters on which ranking of HDI is made. Talking about Niti Aayog, our CEO is Amitabh Kant, and recently there was a state which has made a think tank similar to Niti Aayog for their state as well. Can you name which state was that? Do let me know in the comments. Question number 2. The UNSC, United Nations Security Council, is a dash member body. Actually, UNSC is one of the 6 main organs of United Nations, and it is the only organ of United Nations that can issue binding restrictions to the members. Basically, it is a 15-member body in which 5 are permanent and rest 10 are non-permanent members. So who are these 5? It's Russia, China, USA, UK and France. So these 5 are extremely important because they are permanent, and rest 10 are non-permanent, so you don't need to remember all of it. Now question arises why this council is in news, because recently 5 countries have been selected to join the UN Security Council, and which are they? Brazil, UAE, Albania, Ghana and Gabon. So these are the 5 countries which have been selected to join the UNSC, and they will replace another 5 members whose terms end, and now they will start their terms from January 1st. And UNSC was also in news last year because India was elected as a non-permanent member of this UNSC for a 2-year term. So do remember that right now India is also a non-permanent member of UNSC. Now one question for you. You have to tell me the capital of all these 5 countries in the comment section below. Question number 3. Henry Mary Dondra has been selected as the new Prime Minister of which country? So recently he has been selected as the Prime Minister of Central African Republic, which is also called as CAR, because earlier we have seen that the former Prime Minister out there, who is Firmin Nagrebada, announced his resignation. At that time Henry Mary was the finance minister of that country, but now he would be the new Prime Minister of Central African Republic. Now talking about some more important recent appointments, who has taken charge as NHRC chairman, means National Human Rights Commission chairman. So it is our former judge Arun Kumar Mishra. Also recently Deputy Chief of Naval Staff, this position has been taken by Vice Admiral Ravneet Singh. And previously we have seen that Patrick Amoth has been appointed as chairman of WHO Executive Board. Apart from it, UNSC has also voted to grant United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres for his second term as UN Chief. So all these appointments are extremely important, and you might be thinking why we are doing this Patrick Amott and this Antonio Guterres every day. So as to automatically fit all these informations into your head, because multiple revision is the best thing with which you can remember all the current affairs. Okay, so if you think that this pattern is not needed, we should ignore the current affairs which we have previously done, so you can let me know, as your suggestions are always welcome in this platform. Question number 4. Which e-platform is to lead the Medicines from the Sky project of Telangana? Recently, e-commerce major Flipkart has announced that it has partnered with Telangana government to lead a project Medicines from the Sky. And for this thing, the team has been tasked with development and execution of the drone deliveries of the medical supplies to all the remote areas. And since Flipkart is a part of this project, so it will deploy drones and provide deliveries of vaccines and the other medical supplies to the remote areas. Now, 2 more MOUs are extremely important. Recently, Agricultural Ministry of India has signed an MOU with Microsoft. Why? To implement the pilot project for the welfare of farmers, so as to boost the technology in agricultural field. Also, Indian Army has signed the MOU to implement Ladakh Ignited Minds project. Why? To provide the educational opportunities for the Ladakhi students. Now, one question for you. Can you tell me one product from Ladakh who has got GI tag recently? Do let me know in the comment section. Question number 5. Sero survey is used to determine the prevalence of dash in the community. So actually it is used to determine the prevalence of antibodies, and during the process blood samples are tested for the presence of IgG, means immunoglobulin G. Why these antibodies are important? Because they tells us whether the person has been infected by the COVID-19 in the past any time or not. So actually it would determine the past infections of COVID-19 in a patient's body. So Niti Aayog member Dr. V.K. Paul has announced that ICMR will start its 4th nationwide COVID-19 Sero survey. So if you remember, Sero survey has been in news since the starting of this year, because this time it would be 4th number of survey. There was one campaign which was very famous, Yuva Shakti Corona Mukt Abhiyan. So this campaign is by Madhya Pradesh. Why? To raise awareness among the people on COVID-19 pandemic, and it was in collaboration with Youth Power campaign. Now one more campaign is there, Jahan Vote Wahan Vaccination. You have to tell me with which state this campaign belong to. Question number 6. Rebecca Greenspan is the first woman official to head which international body? So recently, UN General Assembly has approved the nomination of Rebecca to head the UNCTAD. What is it? United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. So appointments are important, but this appointment is extremely important because here Rebecca is the first woman and Central American to lead the Geneva-based organization UNCTAD. And previously she also served as UNDP's regional director for Latin America and Caribbean. So whenever there would be appointment of woman or first woman, then that thing would be really important for you. Talking about International Women's Day, we officially celebrate this day on 8th of March, and for 2021 the theme for this day was Choose to Challenge. Now let's talk about some of the important women appointments. First is Kamala Harris. Who is she? She is the first female to sworn in as Vice President of US. Second is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She is the new chief of World Trade Organization. Third name is Kaja Kallas. She is the first female Prime Minister of Estonia. And fourth is Bhavna Kant. Everybody knows her. She is the first woman fighter pilot to take part in Parade of Republic Day 2021. So these appointments are not from 1 or 2 months, but they are evergreen, so you have to remember all of it. Question number 7. After crossing the dash milestone for the first time, India ties with Russia as fourth largest forex reserve holder in the world. So this would be the very first time when India's foreign exchange reserve has crossed $600 billion. So actually the foreign exchange reserves stood at $605.08 billion. So almost it was tied with Russia because Russia had $605.2 billion. So with this, India has become the fourth largest reserve holder in the world. So actually it took just about 1 year for the reserves to rise by $100 billion to reach this highest ever figure, and the huge accumulation of reserves has also improved slightly the import cover of India. Now Russia was in news because it has formally exited from Open Skies Pact. We have already discussed about it. If you want to know more about it, please refer to the previous lectures. Then second thing is, in April month, Russia had agreed to deliver the first regimental set of S-400 Triumph SA-21 Growler air defense system to India. Question number 8. What is the name of the application launched by the Ayush Ministry for the International Yoga Day 2021? First of all, when do we celebrate International Yoga Day? It is celebrated on 21st of June. So why this is in news right now? Because 21 June is 1 week to go. Because recently the curtain raiser event for the 7th International Day of Yoga was organized, and in this event a mobile application Namaste Yoga was also launched, and the event also marked the beginning of a series on common yoga protocol to be telecasted on DD India channel, and this series is produced by Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga. Also, we celebrate National Sports Day on 29th of August. Then we celebrate International Workers Day on 1st of May. Can you tell me what was the theme of the International Workers Day this year? And talking about Ayush, recently it has been declared that Ayush Export Promotion Council is to be set up. Why? To meet the growing demands of Ayush products across the country. So actually Ayush products are very much in demand, not only in country but also in other foreign countries. So that's why Ayush has decided to boost its production so as to meet the growing demand. Question number 9. What percent of GST is levied for COVID vaccines in India? Recently, 44th GST Council meeting was held, and it was decided that the tax rate on the supplies have to be decreased. So this has been decided that COVID vaccines will continue to be taxed at 5% of GST. What is GST? It is goods and services tax, or you can say it is a type of indirect tax which can be used as the replacement for all the other indirect taxes. So talking about some static facts about GST, it was first of all implemented in India on 1st of July 2017 on the recommendation of Vijay Kelkar Committee. It comes under which article? 279. And first country to implement the GST was France. And within India, first state to implement GST was Assam. Now one question for you. You have to tell me under which Constitutional Amendment Act GST was implemented. Do let me know in the comments. Question number 10. What is the theme of the World Day Against Child Labour 2021? We celebrate this day on 12th of July, and the theme for this year was Act Now and Child Labour. So actually recently the world has seen an increase in the child labour, and millions more of children are vulnerable due to this pandemic situation. And in the previous lecture we have seen that International Labour Organization along with UNICEF has jointly published a report on child labour and said that right now number of child labour stands at 160 million, which is obviously very huge. So there is a need right now to curb this problem. Now few days back we have talked about Samvedna. What was it? Sensitizing action on mental health vulnerability through emotional development and necessary acceptance. So basically it is a toll-free helpline number through which counseling would be provided to all the children who are affected due to COVID-19. Because it has been found that anxiety and the fear level was increasing among the students and children, so that's why this campaign has been launched. Question number 11. Action Plan to Protect Heritage Trees and Tree Authority are the initiatives of which Indian state? So recently, Maharashtra Cabinet has approved an amendment to the Maharashtra Protection and Preservation of Trees Act 1975. So now this has introduced the concept of heritage trees. So which trees are heritage trees? Those trees with an estimated age of 50 years or above that. And the cabinet has also approved the formation of the Maharashtra Tree Authority to take all the decisions regarding protection of these trees. Apart from it, few days back we have talked about Sundar Lal Bahuguna. Who is he? Environmentalist as well as the leader for Chipko movement. And why this personality was in news? Because recently he has died due to COVID-19 and the contribution he has given in this field is just unforgettable. Now you have to tell me, Sundar Lal Bahuguna was awarded with which prize? Do let me know in the comments. Already we have talked about father of Green Revolution for world and for India. Both are different personalities. Then we have talked about father of White Revolution and also with what thing these revolutions are associated to. So I don't think I need to remember all these things again. Question number 12. Prabandh portal, which was making news recently, is associated with which union ministry? So recently, Ministry of Education has launched an online module to compile data on out-of-school children. So actually it comes under Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. So actually admissions of children in the age group of 6 to 14 years in the vulnerable sections, or you can say disadvantaged sections, can be now fast-tracked with this. And after that, financial assistance would also be provided for out-of-school children in the 16 to 18 years of age group to continue their education through DLP, that is Distance Learning Program. Also, Ministry of Education has launched a scheme called as E-Saksham, and under this program 5 lakh students and teachers would be trained in the domain of cyber security. Question number 13. Which country has approved 2 COVID-19 vaccines for emergency use in people aged 3 to 17? So recently China has approved 2 COVID-19 vaccines produced by Sinovac Biotech and Sinopharm for emergency use in people aged from 3 to 17. So far, China had vaccinated around 620 million people and it is racing to vaccinate its more than 1.4 billion people. So phase 1 and phase 2 has already been completed there. Now few days back, China has launched its first satellite of a new generation meteorological satellite named as Fengyun 48, and this would be used for fields of weather analysis or environment and disaster monitors. And this satellite was launched by Long March 3B rocket. Can you tell me from which space center it has been launched? Question number 14. India signed MOU for cooperation on recruitment of domestic workers with which country? So recently India and Kuwait have signed a MOU that brings Indian domestic workers in Kuwait within the scope of a legal framework to regulate the recruitment. And for this purpose, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar made his first bilateral visit to Kuwait, and besides this employment contract, the MOU also seeks to establish a mechanism for 24-hour assistance to all the domestic workers, and also it has established a joint committee so as to review it periodically. Talking about Kuwait, currency is Kuwaiti dinar. Now you have to tell me what is the capital of Kuwait. Coming to last question, RBI has extended RBIA system for housing finance companies. What does RBIA stand for? So actually RBI has recently extended RBIA system to improve quality of their internal audit system. So RBIA stands for risk-based internal audit. So actually the system will apply to all deposit taking housing finance companies irrespective of their size. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from past 2-3 days current affairs. You have to pause the video here and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. Please do not cheat and be honest with yourself. So these were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, And please don't forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.